Welcome to But Frankly Pierce News. I'm Arthur Fairview. Here's an update on a story we reported previously. With a backdrop representing freedom for all and in front of a multiracial crowd of thousands, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp recently signed the Jim Crow 2.0 bill into law, expanding the accessibility for all voters in the state.
Psst.
The governor decided that he was going to...
Dude? Better check that again.
The governor deciding that he was going to...
Really?
Oh. And now for an update to that previous update. Behind closed doors in front of a mural, which could be interpreted as representing slavery, and with 6 Caucasian lawmakers present, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp signed into law a restrictive voting bill, setting back civil rights some 150 years.
And no water or pizza for people waiting in line to vote.
Utterly ridiculous.
I guess since the Georgia Republicans failed to win the people over with their policies, they are just locking them out of the voting process altogether. Speaking of locking out, while this bill was being signed, Representative Park Cannon, Democratic member of the Georgia House of Representatives representing the 58th District, was arrested. She faces 2 felony charges for knocking on the door while the governor was signing the voter restriction bill. Yes, a Black Georgia state representative was arrested by 4 white Georgia state troopers in the state capitol while Governor Kemp and 6 white Republican legislators signed the Jim Crow 2.0 bill in front of a picture of a slave plantation. In other news, one of the largest issues of late has been a blockage.
Oof, that's not good. Add a little fiber to your diet.
Maybe you should try this.
Not that kind of blockage. And surprisingly, we are not talking about Congress either. There's been a blockage in the Suez Canal. The Ever Given, one of the largest container ships in the world, was blocking the canal.
So?
Why is this so important?
About 12% of the global trade passes through the 120-mile canal, which connects the Mediterranean Sea to the Red Sea and provides the shortest sea link between Asia and Europe. The more traditional alternative route around the Cape of Good Hope on the southern tip of Africa can take 2 weeks longer. According to data from Lloyd's List, the blockage was holding up an estimated $9.6 billion of goods each day, or $400 million per hour. It has been reported that some 300 ships were stuck on either side of the blockage, and some vessels have had to reroute around Africa.
Huh. Talk about taking the long way home.
Okay, you got our attention.
It is feared that a prolonged closure of this important waterway would cause delays in the global shipment chain. Some 19,000 vessels passed through the canal last year, according to official figures. When the Ever Given became lodged in the waterway on March 23rd, for the first time since 1967, the Suez Canal was closed.
Sorry, folks, park's closed. The moose out front should have told you.
Now that the Ever Given has been freed, the Canal Authority has to deal with the backlog of vessels waiting to pass. This is still cause for concern for the canal, which links factories in Asia to consumers in Europe. The waiting containers are likely to arrive at busy ports, forcing them to face additional delays before offloading. Some of the ships now waiting to gain access to the vital waterway are carrying food, medical supplies, livestock, and other critical cargo.
And I thought this kind of obstruction only happened in the Senate.
With that level of obstruction, maybe they should rename the ship the Mitch McConnell.
You just had to do that joke.
Well, one of us had to, and I lost the toss.
The Ever Given was towed to the Great Bitter Lake, where it is being further examined, thus removing the blockage and opening the waterway for traffic. The first ship through was the YM Wish. We will bring you more information here on But Frankly Pierce News as it becomes available. Thank you for watching. I'm Arthur Fairview. And yes, I do like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain.